Initial investigations by the Uttar Pradesh police indicates that the violence in Bareilly was pre-planned. A mob was assembled. They are now trying to get more details on why were there people from Bihar and Bengal, were they participating in these protests? Where did the weapons come from and the petrol bombs? The statements that are being attributed to Maulana Taukir Raza to fuel unrest as a show of strength are all now a part of investigations. Joining me on India First is Sharad Trivedi, spokesperson of the BJP in Uttar Pradesh. Faizan Kidwai represents the Samajwadi Party. Arvind Kumar Jain is former Director General of the Uttar Pradesh Police. Joins us on this special broadcast. Atikur Rahman is the respected Muslim scholar and researcher on Islamic studies. Joins us on the show. My first question is to India Today's Arvind Ojha, who's been reporting the story very extensively. अरविंद, इस बात का सबूत अभी तक क्या है कि ये जो पूरी हिंसा हुई ये एक सुनियोजित साजिश थी, that this violence was pre-planned? What is the evidence? इसके सबूत अभी तक क्या क्या है?
बिल्कुल गौरव, देखिए जो बरेली पुलिस की इन्वेस्टिगेशन है उसको हमने क्लोजली मॉनिटर भी किया और वहाँ के कुछ लोकल लोगों से बात हुई। प्रोटेस्ट होना था 26 सितंबर को। चूँकि पहले से इनपुट था, इंटेल इनपुट, इस वजह से बरेली पुलिस ने कई बार मौलाना तौकीर रजा से बातचीत की, उनको समझाने की कोशिश की और जो प्रोटेस्ट था उसको परमिशन नहीं दी गई क्योंकि इस तरह के इंटेल थे बरेली पुलिस को। 25 तारीख को एक लेटर हेड पर जो अपील है वो बरेली में सारे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में वायरल होता है, जिसमें बताया जाता है कि इत्तेहाद मिल्लत काउंसिल के जो चीफ हैं तौकीर रजा, वो जुम्मे की जो नमाज है उसके बाद जो राष्ट्रपति है उनको एक मेमोरेंडम सौंपेंगे, एक ज्ञापन सौंपेंगे और उसके बाद सब कुछ शांति तरीके से होगा, किसी को भीड़ जुटाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। अब उस लेटर को, उस अपील को इत्तेहाद मिल्लत काउंसिल के व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में डाला जाता है। जो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप का वो पूरा स्क्रीनशॉट है वो भी इंडिया टुडे के पास है, उसमें डाला जाता है। उसमें जो तौकीर रजा का क्लोज एसोसिएट है नदीम खान, वो लिखता है कि ये लेटर फेक है, यानी शांति की जो अपील की गई थी वो लेटर फेक है। बड़ी से ज़्यादा संख्या में लोग जमा हो और प्रोटेस्ट करें। और उसके बाद फिर सभी ने देखा क्या हुआ, वहाँ पर बहुत बड़ी तादाद में भीड़ इकट्ठा हुई जो शहर की तरफ जाने के लिए तैयार हो रही थी। और चूंकि पहले से इंटेल था बरेली पुलिस के पास, इस वजह से रोका गया और जैसे ही रोका गया उसके बाद स्टोन पेल्टिंग, पेट्रोल बम, ये सब कुछ फेंका जाने लगा। अब इसके अलावा जो दूसरा एविडेंस है, जो बरेली पुलिस की FIR है, वो ये कहती है, वो FIR भी हमने एक्सेस किया, उस FIR में ये लिखा हुआ है कि जब पुलिस ने भीड़ को रोकने की कोशिश की तो पुलिस की लाठियां छीनकर पुलिस वालों पर लाठी बरसाने लगे लोग। कुछ क्रिमिनल एलिमेंट्स भी वहां पर आए थे। क्रिमिनल एलिमेंट्स का एविडेंस अभी मैं अपनी बात पूरी करने के बाद देता हूं। क्रिमिनल एलिमेंट्स के लोग वहां उस भीड़ में शामिल थे। उसी भीड़ में से कुछ लोगों ने कहा कि तौकीर रजा ने कहा है आज शहर का माहौल खराब कर देना है, इसके लिए भले पुलिस वालों की हत्या क्यों न करनी पड़े। ये FIR की में लिखा हुआ है।
That's a very big statement. So let's take this step by step. It's a very, very big statement, and especially when it's a part of the FIR. Mr. Jain, as a former top cop, what do you make of the information that's in public domain, and especially as part of the FIR so far? Target policemen, even if it means, create more unrest in the area.
I don't doubt it. I have been SP city of Bareilly.
Yes.
I had 2 postings at Bareilly. Bareilly is known as Bareilly Sharif. Muslims, they start the festivals of Hindus, and Hindus start the festivals of Muslims. There was so much of unity in that city. Now this person has been disturbing. After every 2-3 months, he threatens, he blackmails. This time also, people talk to him that Hindu festivals are going on. The incident is of Bara Wafat. It has passed long back of Kanpur. So don't try to do this. Don't collect the crowd. But he didn't listen. And Nadeem and others who are close to this man, very, very close, they all instigated, and criminals had assembled. 2 criminals have been arrested in an encounter from, they belong to Shahjahanpur, and country-made pistols, etc. They have been recovered. They have 16, 17, 18 cases against him, including Gangsters Act. So naturally, a lot of effort had gone in to collect all these people from neighboring districts, from neighboring states, and his plan was to disturb the festivals of Hindus in Bareilly. And timely action was taken by police. Several policemen have been injured. Firing took place in that crowd. This is not done. He was requested that Hindu festivals are going on. I would like to quote Firangi Mahali of Lucknow. He said, "Don't do all this. Hindu festivals are going on. Let us not behave in this fashion."
Yes.
But even then, all this was done to disturb the communal peace of a very peaceful city.
No, and was this a part of a wider conspiracy, Faizan Kidwai? That would be a cause for very grave concern. Police claim Maulana Taukir Raza used words to the effect, "Come in numbers," or it's being attributed to Maulana Taukir Raza. It's a show of strength of people of a particular religion, target policemen, create unrest. What do you make of what the police FIR says, sir?
Good evening, Gaurav. Good evening to you and to the fellow panelists. See, Gaurav, Samajwadi Party believes that if there is somebody who's inciting riots and violence, that person should be booked, that person should face the consequences and be held accountable by the law. Either that person is Taukir Raza or Yati Narsinghanand or the terrorists of Dharam Sansad who openly called for genocide of Muslims. That's a separate issue that those people have not been booked. Their houses have not been bulldozed so far. And as far as Mr. Adityanath is concerned and the UP police, I'm sure, Gaurav, you know that the Honorable Supreme Court had reprimanded the UP police on several counts for its lackadaisical approach and failure to maintain law and order in Uttar Pradesh. The Honorable Courts went ahead to the extent and said that UP police is entering a dangerous zone. Tell your DGP to mend his ways, otherwise we'll come up with such a judgment that he'll remember for the rest of his life. So UP police is not functioning the way it should. If you remember, there was violence in Bareilly some time back, and there was a BJP MLA, his name is Sureshwar Singh. He lodged an FIR against 7 BJP people. They were from Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha, which is a Bharatiya Janata Party. He made the claim that these people were trying to kill his son and put the blame on Muslims so that there is more communal hatred. So this is the strategy of Bharatiya Janata Party. Mr. Adityanath, who was in Ramayan Mela recently.
Sharath Trivedi wants to respond. Sharath Trivedi wants to respond. I intervened on the aspect of the Prime Minister because dragging his name based on what somebody may claim on something that's happening in Bareilly. Okay, Sharath Trivedi wants to respond because Mr. Trivedi, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, is being accused of targeting people who follow a particular religion and using language that has been described as discriminatory to instill fear in people of a particular community. Respond to that statement and to the statement that's just been made, sir.
No, we have had encounters of Vijay Mishra, Vikas Dubey. We have had encounters of Ankit Jat, Akash Gujar, and I don't think they have converted to any other religion other than Hinduism. I am going to stick to the facts in this particular case. This man, Taukir Raza, is the great-grandson of Ahmad Raza Khan, who is the founder of the Bareilly sect of Islam. And this sect is known to have some extreme views on Islam. And this man tried to gang up with the Deobandis, with another sect of Islam, to create some kind of trouble in 2016. He was arrested in 2010 for the same reasons why he's been arrested today for getting into the riot-like situation. At that time, the BSP government was there. He has been part of every outfit other than BJP. He was part of the Congress in 2009. He was part of the Samajwadi Party in 2012. He was part of the BSP in 2014. So he has been constantly trying to find moorings. He has got his own political party, and he is being part of this Bareilly sect. He has got a large following, and he is constantly trying to create some kind of trouble out there to get the leadership of his own community. And he has had a pushback of his own community itself in 2016.
No, so but respond to the fact that the Samajwadi Party says the action is discriminatory. According to the Samajwadi Party, even the Prime Minister is alleged to have made hate speeches.
I would like my friend to Google that there's one man, Mishri Chand Gupta. He was a senior member of BJP in Bhopal. I can go rattle off a lot more names. He had a hotel, five-story tall, which was made illegally, and we had dynamited that hotel. Even bulldozer was not used. So we cannot be called discriminatory. We had 37% of the
Gaurav, give me
community
time to
getting
rebut, please.
the social benefits, which itself is only 18% of the entire population. Here we are
Gaurav, give
dealing
me
with a
time to rebut,
criminal
please,
situation,
please.
a criminal gang operating,
Sure.
masquerading as a leader of this community. He created this problem, and his gangster Nadeem, who was operating for him, created WhatsApp groups the 2 days before, and this whole thing was pre-planned, as your reporters already said. Their Molotov cocktails were brought, country-made guns were brought, knives were brought, machetes were brought, and swords were brought. We have already made arrests. We have already had encounters. The thing that the conspiracy is unveiling. It's a
Before
still
I bring
ongoing
in,
situation.
before I bring
The
in
conspiracy is
Atikur
still,
Rahman.
we're trying to unveil the whole conspiracy.
Okay, before I bring in Atikur Rahman, Faizan quickly wants to respond.
Yes,
Go
sir.
on, sir.
Yes, sir.
But my request
Yes,
is
sir.
stay on the topic. Stay on the topic
will
of
stay on the
creating
topic,
unrest
sir.
in Bareilly
Yes,
and the fire
yes,
that could
I will,
spread
I will.
nationwide.
Right. The fire which could spread nationwide, it will spread from Uttar Pradesh because we have a very mischievous chief minister here. He's Mr. Adityanath. When you cut me in between, I was about to give this information to your viewers that during Ramayan Mela, this gentleman, while addressing people, he says, those who do not revere Lord Ram and Mata Janki, consider them your enemies. So he's instilling this fears in Hindus against the minorities. And there's this report of Vaya which says in Uttar Pradesh, 75% of bulldozer actions happen against Muslims. Indian Express report says between 2020 and 2022, majority of the demolitions that happened were of Muslim 105 properties. An investigation by Hindu says in UP,
Okay, so
we
you're still
people
not
associated
answering
with
the question
BJP
about Taukir
are not
Raza,
targeted.
the
I'm
actions
saying
in
put him
Bareilly.
behind bars, sir.
But
I'm
you're not
saying
answering
put him
my
behind
question.
bars. If
I've
this
asked you a
man
very
is
specific
responsible,
question.
put him
You know,
behind
Faizan,
bars.
नाम पूछ रहा हूँ, आप गाड़ी का नंबर बता रहे हैं. You know, you're
नहीं,
just
sir, मैं
diverting
आपको-
and deflecting. But I will get
No,
since
no.
you've raised an issue, you are saying Muslims are being targeted. You're saying Muslims are being targeted.
Sir,
I'll
I'm
get
saying
Sharath
if
Trivedi to
Taukir
respond
Raza
to that.
responsible, put him behind bars. Who's stopping him? Put him behind bars. Who's stopping
We have
him?
done it. We have already done it. We have put him behind bars. He's not going to come out
Then
any
it's okay.
soon.
But this gentleman, this chief
This
minister,
wider
unfortunately,
conspiracy
of
is
ours,
what I'm
is
getting
the
at.
person who
You know, the
creates
BJP and the
chaos.
Samajwadi Party, gentlemen, you may indulge in politics, but it's our country that stands to suffer. And Atikur Rahman, the plan, the police says, was to start a wider riot, create unrest in the city. There are those who are saying this could spread to other parts of the state. And especially when it comes to certain people who say it's all happening in the name of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. That should worry every Indian, sir. If this is, as the Haryana Minister Anil Vij puts it, a toolkit.
Gaurav, look at the vicious cycle of communalism in this country and especially in Uttar Pradesh. Both Mr. Jain and Mr. Sharath Trivedi are pointing out that this person is a habitual offender. And I would like to ask if he is a habitual offender.
Which person? You
in
mean
the
Taukir
presence-
Raza?
Yes, Taukir Raza. Now, in the presence of such a mighty Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, why is he being, allowed to do this every time? And can you believe, Gaurav, so soon the community and entire, people get Molotov cocktails and arms in their hands? How is that possible? And that is why I say that this person is in hand in glove with the UP Chief Minister, and they want to spread this violence just to nail the larger Muslim community and the Muslim cause. And what is the Muslim cause? The Muslim cause is only constitutionalism, mind you. We are not going to support any violence. And this person should be behind bars and action should be taken with all the rioters, not the community members who are very, very innocent people tried deliberately by BJP and RSS along with Taukir Raza.
Sharath Trivedi, you want to quickly respond to that? That Taukir Raza and the kind of narrative he was trying to spread feeds into something that would only benefit the BJP. That's a point that even the Samajwadi Party makes. Anyone guilty, take action. But the kind of language that is being used is to fuel unrest, sir.
What my friend is saying, that in every incident we should organize it in such a manner that there are 3,000 castes, subcastes, religious groups, so we should arrest 3,000 people for every crime which is committed, no matter which community is committing it. It is a targeted approach. If somebody has done it, if this LA Adit, the leader of this group has done it, then he is going to be targeted. His house is going to be bulldozed. Nobody said that we were criminal when Vijay Mishra, Vikas Dubey's houses were bulldozed when he faced an encounter. Who said that?
Okay.
37% of all social benefits are being received by a community which is only 18%.
I want to bring in Arvind Ojha. I want to bring in Arvind Ojha. Arvind, पुलिस अब इस बात को की जांच कर रही है कि क्या एक बड़ी कॉन्स्पिरेसी थी, एक ज्यादा बड़ी साजिश थी, न केवल बरेली को, पहले कानपुर फिर बरेली और देश के दूसरे हिस्सों को जलाने की, लेकिन क्या कोई सूत्र हैं जो इन सभी हिंसा की घटनाओं को एक सूत्र में पिरोते हैं, जोड़ते हैं?
देखिए, अभी तो इस पूरे मामले की इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रही है, लेकिन पैटर्न अगर आप देखें तो बीते कुछ सालों में जो एक मामूली बात को लेकर प्रोटेस्ट शुरू होता है, उसके बाद वायलेंस धीरे धीरे करके बढ़ती है। पर्टिकुलरली अगर बरेली की बात करें तो बरेली पुलिस के पास इस तरह के इनफ एविडेंस हैं कि ये जो वायलेंस है, ये जो इंस्टिगेट करने की कोशिश की जा रही थी, हिंसा फैलाने की पहले से प्लानिंग थी, और FIR की कॉपी में इस बात का एविडेंस भी है। मिस्टर जैन ने जो पॉइंट आउट किया, मैं उसको करना चाहूँगा। आज जो इनकाउंटर के बाद इद्रीश और इकबाल नाम के दो बदमाशों को पकड़ा है बरेली पुलिस ने हाफ इनकाउंटर के बाद। इकबाल पर 17 के आसपास मुकदमे हैं, 20 इद्रीश के ऊपर 20 से ज़्यादा मुकदमे हैं चोरी डकैती गैंगस्टर एक्ट के। उन दोनों ने खुलासा किया है कि वो शाहजहांपुर के रहने वाले हैं, बरेली के रहने वाले नहीं है। शाहजहांपुर उनको 26 सितंबर को बुलाया था नदीम नाम के शख्स ने। नदीम वही मास्टरमाइंड जिसकी स्क्रीन पर हम तस्वीरें दिखा रहे हैं। तो नदीम ने शाहजहांपुर से 2 अपराधियों को क्यों बुलाया प्रोटेस्ट में शामिल होने के लिए? अगर वो एक रिलीजियस प्रोटेस्ट था, अपनी भावनाओं को जाहिर करने का और शांतिपूर्वक तरीके से, तो उसमें अपराधी क्या करने आए थे, हथियारों के साथ क्या करने आए थे? तो एक तरफ नदीम, एक तरफ अगर आपको बताऊं इस प्रोटेस्ट के बारे में, लगातार जब इस तरह का कोई प्रोटेस्ट होता है, जो स्टेक होल्डर है उनसे पुलिस बात करने की कोशिश करती है। अगर कोई इंटेल मिलता है कि अगर शहर का माहौल खराब हो सकता है इसको लेकर, तो तौकीर रजा से पुलिस ने कई बार बातचीत की। उनको ये बताया गया कि शहर का माहौल खराब हो सकता है, आप ऐसा मत कीजिए। उनसे बातचीत की गई, परमिशन भी नहीं दी गई। उसके बाद एक अपील का लेटर वायरल होता है जिससे बहुत हद तक शांति हो सकती थी बरेली में, लेकिन उस अपील को, शांति बनाए रखने की अपील को भी इस ग्रुप में डाला गया जिसमें
नहीं, आप बड़ी बात कह रहे हैं, आप ये बड़ी बात कह रहे हैं, और खासतौर पर ये मिस्टर जैन, व्हाट वर 2 criminals and gangsters accused gangsters doing in a religious rally? Now, what is your reading of Haryana Minister Anil Vitt seeing this as part of a toolkit, and Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis saying there should be a probe whether there's a wider conspiracy that should be investigated? What is your reading of this very sensitive issue?
Yes, it is a wider conspiracy. It is taking place only in BJP ruled states. Bara Wafat incident happened 20-25 days back. What
Yes.
was the need to rake up this issue in Bareilly on 26 September? At Unnao, few children, small children and ladies, they took out a procession along with few people, and they raised slogans, Pakistan Zindabad, Sar tan se juda, tan sar se juda. What is the need for such slogans? When SHO tried to stop them, they misbehaved with SHO, and then arrest had to be made under Criminal Law Amendment Act. So
Yes.
this is no solution. Why are you creating problems when Durga Puja is going on, when festivals are going on? Don't you know that? Don't you know that so much of trouble?
Yep. Faizan, you know, a hostile country raising slogans in that favor. Also, the Sartan se Juda bringing alleged criminals into a religious rally. Does this point to a wider conspiracy in your view?
See, if somebody has raised any slogans of Tan Se Juda or pro-Pakistan slogans, that person should be booked, and there are no two ways about that. But it should also be remembered, Gaurav, that it's the right-wingers who are running the narrative, and on the basis of what they feel, the police is acting. If you see in Ghaziabad, there was a man who had put the poster of Ayla Muhammad outside his house. There shouldn't have been any objection. The Bajrang Dal leaders registered a complaint and that guy was arrested. These Bajrang Dal leaders further said that Muslim vendors should be removed from Navratri.
No, but in this case,
around the
sir,
temples.
I'm talking
Isn't
about very
this instigation,
particular
sir?
cases. You
No,
are
sir, why don't
deflecting
you
from
ask
all the
these
cases
questions?
that I am
I'm not
raising
deflecting
on this
anything.
broadcast, sir. You know,
I'm
I'm raising very specific instances of an attempt to burn our society and our country.
Yes, sir.
You are deflecting that some right-wingers are doing this and right-wingers are doing that. What about what criminals are doing?
Let me complete, sir. You keep interjecting me in between.
Because you
and
deflect,
break the thread
you
of the thought.
deflect from the topic that I'm discussing on the show.
No action is taken against them, sir.
Courts of law.
No action is taken against them, sir.
Courts of law.
This
Arvind,
Yatinand Narsinganand has any action
go to
been
courts
taken
of
against this
law.
guy?
That
Has
is what
his
is
house been
required. But in
demolished,
this
sir?
particular case,
Yogi
you know, this
takes
is
this
like
Yatinand
Amitabh Bachchan in
Narsinganand
Diwar.
along with him.
जाओ पहले उसका साइन करा के लाओ और जाओ पहले उसका साइन करा के लाओ. What about the accused in the current case? I mean, this is the Samajwadi Party trying to deflect from the current issue, and I'm going to stay because that's very worrisome, Faizan. That's very worrisome. And Atikur Rahman, this is exactly the kind of fire that will really add to troubles in our country, and something that very hostile country in our neighborhood benefit from. Atikur Rahman, the moment it becomes देखो हिंदुओं ने वो किया और देखो मुसलमानों ने क्या, this is exactly what should never happen. Atikur Rahman,
Gaurav, this wider conspiracy theory is a conspiracy itself. As Mr. Jain points out, it is happening only in the BJP ruled states, and not 1-2 years. They are in power since 10 years, more than 10 years. The chief minister and the home minister of these BJP ruled states should immediately resign. Let them demand the resignation of Bengal chief minister.
but is this happening only in BJP ruled states? Because somewhere down the line, that investigation is that investigation, Arvind, is इस समय ये जो जांच हो रही है, ये जो पूरी हिंसा है, क्या केवल एक पार्टी के राज्य के राज्यों में हो रही है, या फिर और राज्यों में भी ये आग को भड़काने की और फैलाने की साजिशें वहां से भी पर्दाफाश हुआ है उनका?
देखिए, एक बड़ी कॉन्स्पिरेसी की तरफ तो बिल्कुल ये इशारा करता है, क्योंकि अगर इस तरह से बिना इजाज़त भीड़ इकट्ठा होगी और बड़े पैमाने पर इकट्ठा होगी, तो जाहिर सी बात है पुलिस उसको रोकने की कोशिश करेगी। और ऐसे में जब एक फेस्टिव सीजन चल रहा है तभी, और वैसे भी जो लोकल इंटेलिजेंस यूनिट है वो जो स्टेट पुलिस है या डिस्ट्रिक्ट पुलिस है उसको इन्फॉर्मेशन देती रहती है कि इतनी बड़ी तादाद में भीड़ इकट्ठा होगी, इस तरह के कैरेक्टर आएंगे, और फिर वो मेन शहर में जो दूसरे रिलीजन के लोग हैं उस एरिया में जाने की कोशिश करेंगे। और जाहिर सी बात है उस एरिया में जाने की कोशिश करेंगे तो फिर दंगे और फसाद होंगे। तो कहीं ना कहीं इसमें कॉन्स्पिरेसी नजर आ रही है। और जो आपने बात कही कि बीजेपी रूल स्टेट, कई स्टेट से इस तरह की जानकारियां आ रही हैं, इस तरह की भड़काने वाली चीजें आ रही हैं, लेकिन बरेली में ये जो हिंसा भड़की जिस बड़े पैमाने पर, अभी तक गनीमत है कि बाकी स्टेट में इस तरह से शांति बनी हुई है। पहले से जो पुलिस है वो उनको इंटीमेट किया जा रहा है, पहले से एक्स्ट्रा फोर्स लगाए जा रहे हैं।
आप इस खबर पर नजर बनाए रखिए, ताजा जानकारी के लिए फिर मैं आपके पास आऊंगा, बिकॉज दिस इज अ सिचुएशन व्हिच हैज टू बी हैंडल्ड विद केयर एट द सेम टाइम. Law of the land has to be supreme. To all my guests, many thanks for joining me.